Hello, everyone. This is The Chop with Marvin Lee. This is a podcast that has been born out of a desire for me to actually introduce myself to the world and share a gift that I've been given, and it's something I've been toying with doing for quite some time now. And actually, fear stopped me. And this is my slogan is "Hope lives here." Hope meaning helping other people elevate. This is something that I wanted to do for quite some time now, and overthinking and fear and so many other things that I allowed to become obstacles that prevented me from doing the thing that I know how to do best, and that's basically talk. I've accumulated years of wisdom from making a lot of crazy mistakes in my life. So again, this is my platform, or a platform that I want to utilize to be able to bring hope to other people and share inspiration in terms of if you're somebody who's been through anything in your life, or if you're going through something in your life and it feels like you're ready to throw in the towel, that you just can't see any way out, you don't see your way through, no matter what the situation is. I want to create a platform so that you can check in and get that dose of hope, to give you enough faith to understand that now is not the time to quit. Now is the time to dig just a little bit deeper. Now is the time to persevere just a little while longer, because I promise you, breakthrough is something that will happen for you. Think about the word break through. You're about to get a break. And in the break, meaning that I've ceased from working, I've surrendered, I've relinquished the control, I've taken a break, and now I'm through. Right? So the thing that I was going through, I've broken through. And a lot of the time, a lot of us stop in the process that we're supposed to trust. If we just trust that process and keep going, the breakthrough is going to come. The breakthrough is going to come. So again, I got ahead of myself on that one. I felt that, I just want to flow. But I felt that one again, I was so worried about, I don't have my intro and my outro yet. And I got the logo, but I haven't edited this and I haven't done that, but the longer that I think about doing something that I need to do, the longer I'm going to be thinking about it. Right. The goal was for me to launch this podcast by my birthday. My 50th birthday was yesterday, August 6th. I am a Leo, fiercely loyal, and I am a protector, and I love deeply. And that is something I want to present to you guys. My authentic, genuine self. Although I am a member of a 12-step fellowship, this podcast is in no way an endorsement of any 12-step based fellowship, but because that is a large part of my life, that is something that you will hear me talking about. Tonight, I'm only doing a solo podcast. I'm going to be remote live streaming. I will have guests on the show, and I will have the ability to have you guys call in, live call-ins, if you have questions. Serious questions, or if you have, an idea for a show you want to see, by all means, feel free to message me. As long as it's a message that has inspiration and hope in it, I want to give you a platform also to showcase your value and your voice, so that you can understand that you too have a way that you can encourage other people, and you can help get somebody through the dark hours, through the dark night, right? Because it seems like I've just gone through one of the darkest nights of my soul, but I went through it. And that's not to say that it's over now. That particular arena, or that particular storm, or that particular night, that particular phase is over. But I know something in my life to be true. Just because I got through this one thing doesn't mean there'll never be anything else that I need to get through. That's why I have to learn to persevere. So with that being said, let me just jump in. Again, my name is Marvin. This podcast is so aptly called The Chop with Marvin Lee, and my slogan is Hope Lives Here. So I welcome you all to this studio, my choppers. And again, I'm born and raised in South Carolina. I left South Carolina in October of 2017 for sunny Florida. I moved to Miami, and I left Miami in March of 2019. I went into treatment because one thing that, how I overcame is, and one of the things that was a major struggle in my life was addiction, substance abuse addiction. And it doesn't the type drugs that I used, that's not the importance. The fact that I struggled for so long with something, and I suffered from this for so long. I was able to eventually get to a place where I was able to stop what I was doing because I had gotten sick and tired of being sick and tired of living the same way day in and day out, year after year after year, and it just got to a place in my life where I knew that there was more to living than where I was and what I was doing. And in order for my life to have the significance that I had always dreamt that it would have, I had to get to a place that I had to accept some things. I had to um, understand that I cannot be in denial about the fact that I'm an addict, right? Because for me, to deny something is one thing, but once I know or have an awareness of the thing that I'm in denial about, it is no longer denial, it is refusal, just outright refusal. And it's crazy of me to think that I can change or that I'm going to change if I don't try to change, or if I'm only doing lip service. We know a lot of people in our lives like that, we talk a good game, but that, there's no action that corresponds with the lingo, right? So again, I want to bring awareness to the arena of, the struggle or the suffering, whatever your suffering may be. It may be unique to you, but you're not terminally unique. Somebody somewhere understands what you're going through. We all may struggle in different ways, but struggle is still struggle, no matter how you look at it. Hopelessness is still hopelessness, no matter how you look at it. Faith is still faith. All you have to do is apply the principles, right? Faith, a lot of people say, is finally allowing it to happen. And the it that has to happen is the process needs to be trusted. I get to learn how to trust the process. And in that process, what does that look like for me in my healing from the addiction, or my process of recovering from addiction is the healing. And it's not so much for me about the drugs in my life that I had allowed myself to become a slave to. It's about the opportunity to heal from the behaviors that I was afraid to deal with in the first place that landed me in the arena of the drugs, because they allowed me to self-medicate, to not have to deal with the things that I really needed to deal with. Over time, I can't give you everything in one night. And I don't know how long this session is going to be. Again, this is just a brief introduction to this platform, to who I am, to what it is I'm trying to do. And I'm going to grow. I'm going to evolve. I can't start out like I can't start out how I'm going to end up, right? Everybody has to start at start. Everybody has to start at start. I can't start at the finish line. Conversely, I can finish at the starting line, right? And so simply all that means is that if I finish at the starting line, that means I refuse to get into the race. I've not even given myself a chance. And for so long, that's what I had done with this podcast idea, is it was just an idea in my mind, and that was it. And as long as it stayed in my mind, I conceived it in my heart, but then it got here, my head and my heart were disconnected. And finally, I had to have some courage to say, you know what? Only one of two things is going to happen. I'm going to put this out there and people are going to listen and respond, or I'm going to put this out here and they're not going to listen and they might respond. Or at the end of the day, what I finally came to agree with is that I don't care what happens. I'm just going to put it out there, and the God of my understanding, the universe, whatever, is going to make it become and be, make it become and do what it's designed to do. Because what is real and what is from the heart is felt with the heart. So all I need to do is just show up, and those who need to receive what I'm presenting or giving, they're going to receive it. And that's my contribution to this society. I have a daily affirmation that I like to remind myself of, that I constantly say to myself as I manifest things and I set my intentions. I have to remind myself I'm not the sum of all the bad things that I was said to have been over the years of my life, the lies that I believe. So my affirmation is, I am light. I am love. I was made with divine intention. I can, I will, I am enough. And that affirmation for me sustains me. It is no longer about what anybody calls me. It is about what I answer to. So I answer to my own voice now. I answer to what I say about me. I am light. That means that wherever there's darkness, I have the uncanny ability to shine this light in this darkness. And if you are willing to follow the path of where the light touches, I can guide you to the safety that I've found, right? I'm love. That's self-explanatory. Love is not a feeling. Love is a being for me. And it permeates my entire being. Love is a being. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I'm perfect and I get everything right all day, every day, because I don't. Um, I'd be lying if I said I did, but I try to be the best possible version of myself that I can be. And no matter what, I always show up consistently with my character. I am who I say I am, and I will do what I say I will do. Um, there are days I'm always happy, always upbeat, energetic, full of life, positive, just all the wonderful, kind things you can think of. But there are those moments during those days that I have those moments where I'm like, I wish you would back up off me, and even in that, I have the awareness to know where it comes from. It comes from a place of being triggered by something that happened in my past that I haven't chosen to deal with, or something that I'm subconsciously have not thought about or just suppressed, whatever the case may be. And I want to create a space for other people to be able to talk about those things and know that there is hope. Um, there is a flip side of what we're going through. Uh, I don't look like what I've been through. I've gone through some struggles, but one thing about me, and the reason that I embrace those struggles, or I embrace the struggle, is because my struggle will become somebody else's survival guide. What that means is there are people that are fighting fights that I've conquered. I've become strong, and I've underestimated my own strength at times. I've underestimated my own appeal at times because of insecurities, because of inadequacies, because of so many different things, things that are just that, things. Um, I believed the hype. I believed the lie. No longer do I believe all those bad things about myself the limiting beliefs that I had were just that, limiting. I've removed the limits. There is nothing that I cannot do. That is what I say to myself. That is what I believe. There's nothing you cannot do. There are the things that I choose not to do. There are the things that I refuse to do. But at the end of the day, I have decided that in order to remain true to myself, if I want to be that person of significance that I say that I want to be, that means to me, significance carries with it influence, it carries with it impact, and it carries with it automatically success. I don't want to be successful. I want to be significant. That means that I want to uh, leave a legacy. When I'm no longer here, I want people to remember me not for who I am per se, according to my name, but I want you to remember me for who I was in terms of the impact, the legacy that I made on this world. How did I make you feel when I met you? When you left me, were you in a better position than you were? Did I leave you in a better space after leaving you, as opposed to when I found you? Did I love you? Did I treat you with respect? Was I kind to you? Uh, did I operate in dignity? Did I have integrity? I want to be, again, consistent in character at all times, and I want to teach other people how to be the same way. Once I've learned how to love myself, it's easy to love everybody else. Everything flows from love. Even what I'm doing now, this because I love seeing other people prosper, because I love seeing other people happy, because I love seeing other people excited. This is why I do what I do. My whole life, I've always been more outwardly focused on other people, even so much so to the point that I would neglect myself at times. And I'm guilty of doing that even now. Um, I don't know how to be selfish sometimes, and that's not a bad thing. Selflessness is I'm good at that, and sometimes that's not a good thing. I have to learn how to balance it, because I can't pour from an empty cup, right? I've learned that in order to continue to share with others, I need to take care of me first. So I have taken a me first approach. So I'm selfish in that regard. I'm selfish with my time. I'm selfish with my energy. I'm selfish with my space, who I allow to be in my space, because I understand vibrations. I understand frequencies. I understand energies, and I don't want just anything or just anybody in my space. If it is meaningless, if it has no purpose attached to it, I don't want it in my space. If it is not to promote my spiritual and my emotional well-being, I don't want it in my space. I like to read self-help books. I like anything that makes me better as a person. I like to read anything that allows me to unearth the things that have held me back. I'm not afraid to approach any longer. The things that make me who I am today. I have the willingness. I have the desire. I just want to be a better me. Every day I want to improve. Every day I want to get better. Every day I want to be better. Every day I want to do more. I want to go a little bit further. I want to try just a little bit harder. I want to see how far I can go. Not necessarily how long it's going to take me to get there. I mean, however long it takes. But I just want to see how far I can go. I want to see how many lives I can impact. I'm not going to be, one of those people say, I want to change your life, because I can't change you. I can impact you, but I can't change you. That's not my job. I can't fix you. I can't manage you. I can't control you. But what I can do, I can be a listening ear. I can be a voice of reasoning if need be. I can be a shoulder that you can cry on. I don't want to be a preacher per se. I don't want to be that person that's always making decisions about your life for you, because I don't have to live your life. I don't have to walk in your shoes. You don't have to live my life. You don't have to walk in my shoes. But you do have to live with you. You do have to accept you. You do have to love you. How can I help you accomplish that? How can I help you become a better version of the person that you were created to be? A person of impact. So again, that's those are a few of the goals that I have for this platform, is to be able to, by bringing guests on, to do just that. How can we help you tap into your own potential? How can we help you begin to listen to your voice? How can we allow you to begin to see the value in your voice? Somebody did that for me. And if I can do that for one more person, then mission accomplished. Again, this first episode is, if you can call it that. Well, actually, it is an episode. It's very short, very to the point. I'm excited for what's to come, because I may start small, but one thing I do know is I won't stay small. But the most important thing for me is that I started. So this is a small victory, right? It may not be an hour long starting out. I may not even make it to 30 minutes, and that's okay. I've learned a lot in my life. Sometimes it's okay. Simplifying things is okay. And that's what I did. I had to simplify my thought process around starting this podcast. I had to simplify, because if I didn't, I would not have started. I would not be sitting here right now delivering just a little dose to you that I have. I just want to give you just a little bit, just like they have the pop-up shops. This is an appetizer, just something that, a little teaser per se. But I'm looking forward to being with you guys on a weekly basis. My goal is to record every Monday night live 8:30. And there's a story behind that. I was actually born on a Monday. It was Monday, August 6th, 1973 at 11:05 a.m. So when I was thinking about, what day I want to record the podcast, it's just like Monday felt right for me. Most people dread Mondays. I don't dread any day of the week, because the fact of the matter is I'm alive. I'm grateful that I'm here. I'm grateful that I reached the age of 50, because I damn near died trying to make it. And then I think about friends, relatives, loved ones, whatever, who weren't so fortunate. You know, I'm here, and I want to make the most of the time remaining that I have here on this planet because I don't know how long that's going to be. And furthermore, I really don't care how long it's going to be. I've made peace with the fact that I'm not going to be here always, but I've always made the decision that while I am here, I will be a force to be reckoned with. And with that, I think that's a great stopping place for me. I look forward to sharing with you guys weekly. So next Monday night, 8:30, come in, sit down with me. Let's chop it up. Um, Thank you for going on this journey with me. And again, I'm Marvin Lee. This is the Chop with Marvin Lee, and let's get it. Love you guys.